Hello Instagram, I am back. Andy Shepherd here from NXT UK ahead of tonight's NXT UK special where we look at the rivalry between three friends turned enemies between Piper Niven, Toni Storm and the NXT UK Women's Champion Kaylee Ray. Right, once again, I'm going to see if I can get Piper Niven into this conversation. Bear with me, my friends, bear with me. Let's see if Piper is on here. Okay, I'm going to give her a couple of moments to see if she jumps on. Let's have a look if Piper Niven is going to come and join us. I'm looking forward to talking to Piper. Got lots of questions for her. Mainly maths questions. I hope she's prepared. Once again, we are going to be asking her your questions. If you've got questions, send them in. Put them in the chat. And we will get them to her. Give me 1 second, guys. Just going to keep checking this technical stuff. Who knew Instagram was so technical? Who knew? Okay, let me try one more time. Well, there's lots of you requesting to come in here and have a chat with me. Great. Would love to talk to you, but I am going to hold out for Piper Niven. Where are you, Miss Niven? Let's see if we can find her. Let me see if we can find Miss Piper Niven. Yep, finding her account. Where are we? So this is a challenge. This is a challenge with the internet, with Instagram. It's not that simple. I thought Instagram was simple. What do you think of the shirt, guys? Seen you been asking questions. There we go. I found her. I found her. Yes. But is she going to accept? Is she going to accept my request? Yes!
Hey!
Yes! Yes! Finally!
Finally, I've been sitting here the whole time like, here I am!
The Instagram gods have blessed us with your presence. Who knows what gremlins were occurring there. But hey, look, Piper, great to see you. All the more great now.
To see you!
After all that work to get you in here. Sometimes, you got to work for the good things in life.
You know, that's very true. Sometimes you got to put in the hard work and then it's worth the reward. So
Hey,
hopefully...
Here we are. First of all, how are you doing? This is the first time we've spoken since lockdown. How are you holding up? How are you keeping, ring ready?
So it's been a bit, I would say I'm currently on the incline of the coronavirus emotional roller coaster.
Okay, talk to me.
So, most days I'm like, oh, this is so great. I have so much time to spend with my fiance and his little girl and play games. And I've been really getting into Bob Ross. Do you know who Bob Ross is?
I wish I did. Tell me more.
Bob Ross is like this awesome painter from the 70s. He had a TV show. It's The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross.
Now I know who you're talking about. I don't know him by name, but I know the show. I know the picture.
So I've been doing that and it's been awesome. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of that, and I live in beautiful Ayrshire countryside, so we've done a lot of walks, and I've been really getting into meditation and yoga and stuff like that. But then sometimes, you start to come down the way on the coronavirus emotional roller coaster. Like, why even get out of bed? So yeah.
Everyone's had those moments. I think we're maybe 9 weeks into this now, and again, I think everyone's having those. Yeah, this is okay. We're cool. We're handling this, and everyone's having a few days like yourself. So I think you speak for everyone, guys. If you're watching this, remember you can send in your questions for Piper. I'm going to be asking them in just a few moments' time, so keep sending them in. So let's talk about WWE, about NXT UK. That's what we're here for, because of course tonight's show is all about you, Toni Storm, and Kaylee Ray. We're charting your rivalry we're going to see the incredible match at TakeOver Blackpool too. So let's start with that. How was that experience for you, being in such a big match on such a big stage?
It was frightening. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I always like to portray myself as this brave, confident woman and stuff, but on that day, on the inside, I was going, ah! Because it was my first takeover. You know, like it was such an amazing thing for me because I really didn't expect to be on a takeover so quickly. I really didn't. Um, and then at the same time, like, you know, you kind of go through your nice, oh, this is so amazing, it's so exciting, and then you realize, oh, there's going to be so many people watching this. Oh. So it was exhilarating and terrifying in equal measure, I would say. Yeah, and it was kind of bittersweet as well, you know, because like this is my first takeover, and it's me and Kaylee and Tony in the ring, and we all should have been really happy for each other, but we weren't, you know. So it was bittersweet, to be honest. It was.
Let's talk about the history between you three, because of course on NXT UK you've really always been rivals. You've always, all three of you, been vying for the same title, the NXT UK Women's Championship. But you three go back a long way. You were friends for many years. Just tell us about the history between you.
Yeah, the three of us have been friends for a long, long, long time. Quite, for to be honest, is almost as long as I can remember wrestling. We've been everywhere together, and it seems so weird that it seemed to be when we came to NXT UK, that's when it all fell apart. You know, I think like when we're on the indies and we were, you know, I don't want to sound big-headed, but I felt like the three of us ruled the indies together, you know, because we worked together and we were pushing each other on and, you know, pulling each other up kind of thing. And then when we got to NXT UK, I don't feel like the two of them felt that anymore. I felt like we were big fishes in big ponds, you know, and this fight for the top spot became maybe more illustrated for us because when we're on the indies there was loads of top spots for all of us to go, but there's only one women's champion in NXT UK, so I think you know the battle for supremacy really started when we showed up.
And you know, we're all hungry to get back to work, to see you all back in the ring. Hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. After this time off, and after coming so close at TakeOver Blackpool too, how hungry and how motivated are you to finally put that title around your waist?
I wouldn't say my motivation ever dipped. You know, maybe they say that times is a great healer, but all we've had right now is time, really. And I don't like to hold grudges or to fester about things, but I've sat and thought about it, and I still feel as angry today about everything that went on, all the unnecessary things that didn't need to happen. And yeah, I'm still really, really annoyed about it all, and I don't think that feeling's ever going to leave me until I physically do something about it, you know?
Well, look,
And
I look forward to seeing you back in the ring. But let's go back to when you first came in to NXT UK. I mean, there's probably not a more dominant opponent that you could have faced up against than the Nightmare herself, Rhea Ripley. Let's talk about that rivalry, because we're going to see your match with her tonight on the show, and it's a barnstormer, to say the least. How was it being welcomed into this brand, into WWE, by the Nightmare?
well, you know, I like a challenge. You know, prison rules, you don't go in and pick a fight with the little guy. You go in and pick the big person and you go, right, I'm having you. And that's exactly what I did. And, you know, sometimes it didn't work out exactly as I thought, and I had to go and regroup and have another think about it. But I think it worked out a lot better than what I thought it could, because, you know, me and Rhea reached a common ground when it came to Ginny and Jazzy, and we put our differences aside, and you know, from there we gained a lot of respect for each other. And now, listen, I'm not saying that I am a star maker or anything, but what I am saying is me and Rhea had a feud, and then she's in WrestleMania. So I'm
Well,
not saying it, but I'm thinking it loudly.
well, look, but you make a fair point, and I asked Kaylee this, and I want to ask you this: seeing Rhea's success, you know, she was in NXT UK until late last year, and then she finds herself facing Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Does that fill, you know, yourself and the rest of the NXT UK locker room with faith that NXT UK is a huge platform, and
Yeah,
Rhea is just an example of where you all can go and how quickly it can happen?
absolutely. There is always this kind of thing in the back of my head that as soon as one person accomplishes one goal that cannot be done, as soon as one person does it, then you know that it can, and that changes your mindset entirely. And it really makes me feel like, you know, oh, Rhea can do it, so can I. And I really feel like that's the thoughts of every single person on NXT UK roster right now. And really, the NXT UK is such a monster brand. You know, like I hope absolutely nobody on this feed right now is sleeping on NXT UK, because the matches on it are incredible, and there isn't any reason why anybody on the roster couldn't make it to WrestleMania in a year.
And I talked to Kaylee about this, and I talked to Kaylee on this. I had the pleasure of hosting the round table with the 5 Scottish WWE current champions. When you hear a stat like that, I mean, you said how hungry you are already, but does that just inject you even further with passion to add yourself to that list, to that group that are dominating WWE and sort of flying the flag for Scotland?
Yeah, it really does. To us, it really lit a massive fire under my backside. I'm the most pro Scottish person ever. You know, I'm constantly running around the hills and valleys and letting the Scottish air blow through my curls. Um, no, it did. It really, really did. But I'm always that kind of person. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing for me to see something and go, no, I want that. And that's my mindset right now. Is like, no, I have to do that, and I'll be hell bent on doing so. And I really don't think there's going to be anything that's going to be able to, you know, divert me off that track. Because seeing people personally close to me achieving it has just made me want it even more.
And we've got 8 minutes into NXT UK goes on the WWE Network tonight. I'm speaking so quickly, I've got to get it out. But I want to ask you a few questions that were being sent through for you. And we've got Anthony who asks, were you disappointed when you didn't get an offer right away after your initial run in the Mae Young Classic back in 2017?
No, well, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, maybe a little bit at the time. But see, to be honest, the universe knows best. And I genuinely believe I'm in a better spot now than what I would have been if there had been offered at that time. I really genuinely believe I'm in a much better position now, and I know a lot more, and I'm a lot more confident in myself and my wrestling. So I think I kind of needed that, you know.
And of course, we're seeing so many NXT UK superstars going over to the States, competing in NXT. I want to ask you this. This comes from Myth of Flames. If you could go and face one wrestler from the States, who would it be?
Well, I always used to say Becky because I always really wanted my match, but I'm gonna need to wait 9 months and a bit, so it's all right. We'll put that on hold. That's fine. She's busy. If I had to pick one, it's so difficult because there's so many amazing girls, and there's so many girls that I do have a history with. So I'm like, do I want to face somebody completely fresh and new, or do I have some old scores that I want to settle? I'm gonna have to say Shayna.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really respect Shayna like so much. I respect her work ethic and her style and everything that she does. And you know that way, like I know she's like one of the baddest on the roster. So the kind of I don't know what that part of me is. That why do I have to pick the biggest fighter in the room? I don't know. I think that's what it is. It's like nah, she's gonna be the hardest to beat. So we're gonna go and beat her.
And before we go, if people are watching this and people haven't perhaps watched NXT UK before, you said earlier about what kind of a monster brand it is. Why should people tune into NXT UK?
People should tune into NXT UK because every single person there is the purest form of a wrestler. You understand? Like, there's everybody there has grafted to get there, and everybody there has worked on honing their craft. And it, honestly, every match that I watch, even when I'm at tapings myself, I find myself, I can't pull myself away from the television because I'm just in awe at what astounding material that everybody's putting out there, and absolutely everybody should be checking out. And we're the underdogs, and I love an underdog. I think I would say I'm the biggest underdog. I always root for underdog. We're the punk rock underdogs of the NXT, of the WWE world. So, you know, be punk, watch NXT UK.
Well, look, Piper, thank you for joining me. Of course, tonight in just a few, I think in 5 minutes time.
5 minutes time, 5 minute warning, guys.
An episode of NXT UK charting your rivalry with Toni Storm and with Kaylee Ray. Honestly, matches on that show are barnstormers. So everyone, go and get a cup of tea, put the kettle on, sit down and enjoy. Piper, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you in person. I can't wait to see you in person and see you back inside the ring.
Thanks. Hopefully you've got some more snazzy shirts for me to see.
Oh, I got a whole wardrobe full of them. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Piper, thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
So there we go. Finally, we got Piper Niven on the Instagram. So go and tune into the WWE Network right now. 4 minutes time, you can catch this week's NXT UK as we chart the journey and the rivalry between Piper Niven, Toni Storm, and the NXT UK Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray. I've been Andy Shepherd. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next week right here on Instagram. Take care. Goodbye.